Hey there, it's Anonymous T, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending good energy, sending positivity and blessings to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for the well wishes, the prayers. We are getting better. We're about 75-80% better or so, as you can still hear in my voice. I'm not all the way there yet, but we're getting there, you guys. So today we're talking love and marriage Huntsville. You guys know why you guys are here, and we have something too. This kind of just came into my DMs, you guys. Not gonna lie, this slipped in my DMs. I wasn't sure whether or not I was gonna report it because I know you guys are all about the receipts and everything else. So let me say that this is speculation, that this actually is alleged, and that this is my own opinion in terms of my reaction to it. So they're alleging that the cause of the alleged quote-unquote incident between Martell and his side chick, also known as Bonnie and Clyde, would have to involve possibly the alleged pregnancy, you guys. Possibly to involve the alleged pregnancy and, you know, what she is going to do with the child, you guys. Is what the new speculation is out there, you guys. And it wouldn't surprise me, right? Because this is the same woman who was previously pregnant multiple times, the same time as Melody Sheree, and had aborted those pregnancies as well. But ultimately had, of course, the child that she now shares with him and everything else. And she posted today, you guys, in her Instagram stories. It was a filtered picture, so you really can't see, you know, in previous lives and everything else of how full her face truly is. And it kind of like shows her in this t-shirt, but it's kind of like this altered view of, you know, kind of showing a little bit of, you know, of her stomach, but not too much to where you can really, you know, denote whether or not there is a bump there. And like I said, the footage was kind of filtered and it was kind of like a quick little thing. So it would not surprise me if, in fact, you know, they were arguing over an alleged pregnancy, you guys. If, in fact, she truly is with child, right? Because remember on the live after the fact, after quote unquote the incident, you know, they were doing that little joke towards the end about, oh, well, who would you be pregnant by? And blah, 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 blah. And they're saying I'm pregnant and ooh, 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 right? But this would not surprise me if this was a last-ditch effort by Martell, who failed at trying to, you know, get back together with Melody Sheree, who is failing in his storyline with Sheree Whitfield trying to be her boyfriend on Real Housewives of Atlanta, even though he wanted Kenya Moore first. And now he sees everything closing in, you guys. He sees everything closing in. This custody battle is not going to go the way that he is hoping, especially not after, you know, the events that have recently taken place, where he was trying to make you believe that he was still going to have his kids for the week. Meanwhile, the kids are on spring break with their mother. It would not surprise me at all if that his last ditch effort was trying to convince his side chick that he didn't want this last child, right? That if in fact she's pregnant, he doesn't want her to have this last child, right? And, you know, furthermore, it complicates things, right? It complicates things because we know this season, Martell Holt's girlfriend, quote unquote girlfriend, Sheree Whitfield, is going to be on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And this side chick has been trying to get on Love and Marriage Huntsville for 6 seasons, you guys. Has been trying to get on the show desperately. And then, you know, when she couldn't get her way, she's insulting Oprah Winfrey, she's insulting Carlos King, and she is basically proving that she's too volatile, she's too much of a liability to ever be on reality TV. She's too unhinged. She is absolutely too unhinged, you guys. But the problem with this is that if you're trying to push this narrative that you're still, you know, kicking it with your side chick. Meanwhile, you're going to have 2 reality shows premiering this year, with Love and Marriage Huntsville coming out in April, as well as, you know, the upcoming season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. You're going to be featured, both of those shows being introduced as Sheree's boyfriend, going to all these events with Sheree Whitfield as her boyfriend. Meanwhile, you have the side chick potentially pregnant, potentially cooking another child of yours at home, even though you're trying to tell on a quote-unquote reality show that your reality is somebody else's man. No, that's not gonna fly. That's not going to fly. And you guys keep forgetting how instrumental Carlos King was, you guys. How instrumental Carlos King was in, you know, reporting on Sheree Whitfield and Martell Holt dating, and talking about how he had to call and scold Martell for something else on the phone, and heard Sheree in the background, and he was giving all of the tea and all of the intel, and really trying to sell that this was a real deal, this was the real relationship and everything else, right? Meanwhile, Martell cannot keep his you-know-what in his pants, you guys. He cannot keep his you-know-what in his pants, and this is his karma, you guys. And, you know, with the events of this weekend, and the side chick, of course, calling out Carlos King once again, coming for Carlos King. And Carlos King has had it. Carlos King has had it with the foolishness, and Martell is on notice, you guys. He is on notice, if not on notice, potentially his last season of Love and Marriage Huntsville, you guys. Because there's no way now that the side chick's ever seeing the show. But now Martell has put his own self and his own future in jeopardy on the show, because he has done too much, he has gone too far, and he has a side chick who has nothing to lose, so she does not care how she conducts herself, who she exposes, what she lies about, what game she tries to play to get social media attention, you guys. If true, this would be a PR nightmare for Love and Marriage Huntsville, you guys. Because look at what's taking place at Bravo. All of these scandals that are coming out after these shows are airing, these reality shows are airing. We're getting cheating scandals, we're getting side chicks, we're getting people fired. All of these things are happening on the off season of these shows. Meanwhile, a completely different storyline just aired during the season. And now Bravo's getting ripped to shreds, and Carlos King is reveling in all this, right? But wouldn't it also come back even harder on him that all this shading, all this tea he is spilling on Bravo, meanwhile his own show is about to have the same scandal. His own show potentially is about to have its own similar scandal of the image of, you know, Martell and Sheree being this couple, right? And introducing her to the group, introducing her to the cast, and filming on 2 reality shows and everything else, and getting all that exposure, getting all that social media attention and everything else, only for this bomb to drop that this side chick is also pregnant again, right? Which would obviously overlap with whatever Martell was doing with Sheree, right? And completely not only screw Martell, this would also screw Sheree. Because once again, it puts her future in jeopardy on reality TV, right? Because she's already been let go before, right? And it would just kill everything, you guys. Because it would be once again an example of how far people are willing to go for fame and fortune, you guys. But it's funny because reality TV is becoming more of a scripted show. Make it make sense. It's supposed to be your real life. Not fake things for, you know, a check, or coming up with things on social media so that it can get on the show. People now are too self-produced. But the problem is now, Martell has done way too much now, to where Carlos King, based off his last video, if it is in fact Martell he's talking about, that got all the fruits of his labor and now has gotten too arrogant and it's gotten too, you know, cocky and narcissistic, that he could be on notice too. that this could be potentially his last season, right? That they could find a way to ease him out of this show, right? If he is in violation somehow of his own contract of not being authentic and everything else, right? So there's a lot of moving pieces here. And Carlos King too, right? The same Carlos King, now he's all over YouTube, right? Spilling the tea on Bravo, you know, exposing Bravo and everything else. And now Bravo's in their own scandals, like I said, with cheating scandals, people getting fired, people not showing their real life on the show, and then the real life coming out, real lifetime, you know, on social media that's not being aired on the show at all. Meanwhile, they're spending their time trying to go after other people and trying to take other people down to avoid discussing their real lives. You know, Carlos is talking about all that, right? And Carlos King is making a point to say that this season is about back to business. It's about back to business at Love and Marriage Huntsville. We're focusing on the businesses, right? We are focusing on the business. But the side chick has other plans. The side chick has other plans to blow this upside down, you guys. And Martell, who is never on the right side of things, you know, is probably on board with it, right? Doesn't realize long term the consequences of this, that this is going to be. That this is going to completely torpedo everything that he has cultivated, you know, for his image and quote unquote likeness for the show, right? And whatever he is trying to do at Bravo and make happen over there, right? So this will be interesting to see. Like I said, it's all alleged, but it could be a plausible explanation as to why this incident took place, you guys. Right? Because this is in the midst of, you know, Sheree unfortunately losing her father. She's grieving everything else, right? Where's Martell? Where's Martell to, you know, be the supportive boyfriend in Atlanta, right? Where's he been? Right? But instead, you have an issue now because you thought that you could try to manipulate one last time your side chick, and your side chick is like, no, I'm going to continue to play this game. I will continue to get us pregnant as many times and have as many kids by you as possible. I don't care who's in the public eye. I don't care who you're going to be in a relationship with on your reality shows, because you could never get me on your reality show. That's the mentality, you guys, right? That I can, you know, blow your whole situation up at any point in time. And now you're showing up on live, because remember, her hair was jacked up after the quote unquote incident. Now she's got braids in her hair and everything else, and is filtered to you know, oblivion, to where you can't see her real face, right? But now reality has set in for Martell, that obviously if his side chick is in fact pregnant and she starts to show, that this is going to blow up his storylines, that this is going to ruin whatever type of couple narrative that he is trying to present on Real Housewives of Atlanta and the upcoming season of Love and Marriage Huntsville, of parading Sheree all around, right? And going to all these events with Sheree, right? That this is going to put a damper in all of that, you guys. And it's going to ruin, you know, what's left of Martell's reputation, right? So this will be very interesting. And like I said, it's all alleged, but it is a plausible scenario as to why why this incident took place, right? Because the shows are about to come out. So obviously everybody's about to see everything play out. Martell with this new girlfriend, but you're still kicking it with your side chick. And not only just kicking it with her, but potentially impregnating her again. Which messes everything up that you're trying to show for, you know, quote unquote, the fans of reality TV, right? Because that's not reality, right? So there is that. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to subscribe to my second channel, Anonymous T Podcast. We got a lot of good content coming up this weekend. It is going to be current events, true crime. It's going to be a little bit of sports talk. It's going to be a little bit of everything, right? To my subscribers, for you guys continuing to rock with me and supporting me and well wishes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is all for you. This is all because of you. So thank you for continuing to support. Anybody who is new to my channel, anybody who is a new subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. please check out my old content as you get yourself familiar with the lay of the land and everything else. And if you still have not already, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post the content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.